The FAA is investigating the cause of a helicopter crash that killed one man and injured another. 32-year-old Brian Scalf is recovering at St. Alphonsus tonight with his family at his side. They know it'll be a long and difficult recovery, but the family tells us a test of his strength is the 41 hours he lay in engine fuel with a broken leg, sternum, and vertebrae before he was found. Brian's father, Jerry, says the hardest part was waiting.
It was bad than what my son went through, because the pain I suffered was tremendous. I can't imagine what he must have been thinking the whole time.
I'm out Good Friday, April 10th, 1998, flying with my friend Ron Clark, who owned the aircraft. And we were just south of Emmett, and we were setting up to do what we call a pinnacle approach. It was a very calm day, really no wind at all, and about 150 feet off the deck, we got in a downdraft, and my vertical speed indicator, which tells us how fast we're going up or down in hundreds of feet per minute, pegged at 3,000 feet a minute, and I couldn't stop the descent. We hit the top of the plateau at 1,500 feet a minute. When we hit, the tail rotor sheared off and shattered into pieces, and we tumbled 12 times to the bottom. Both of me and Ron were ejected, our seat belts ripped clean out of the frame, and basically the whole canopy of the aircraft just disintegrated around us, pieces and parts flying everywhere. I became unconscious on the way down, woke up face down across the wreckage, didn't realize I was even injured to the degree I was, grabbed a piece of metal frame and pulled myself off, expecting to land on my feet, and my legs just slapped the ground, and looked down, both feet were flat out to the sides. Tried to curl up in a ball, tried to conserve body heat, and shivering and in pain all night, kept waking up every 10, 15 minutes. And every time I woke up, I screamed for Ron to see if I could get his attention, because I knew I was freezing, and I knew if he wasn't conscious, he'd probably freeze to death laying there. I had about 15 airplanes fly directly over me that day. I was only 3 miles from the Emmett Airport, and it was a beautiful Saturday morning, and they were out flying patterns, practicing, and landing out there at the Emmett Airport. The people I was sure would have found me by now didn't show up. Now, having been a Christian, you would have thought long before this I would have asked God for some help, but I didn't. I was stubborn in my will. I just couldn't see that, I had spent so much time building this philosophy of self-ability that I just couldn't give in up to that point. So now I'm at the very verge of death and realizing I'm not going to get out of there on my own. And I remember telling God, I said, okay, God, if it's your will that I die out here, so be it. But if you're going to save me, you better hurry. Jim often talks about being honest with God. It's about as honest as you can get.
Easter was a difficult holiday for the family of a helicopter pilot. The body of Ron Clark of Boise was found yesterday amid the wreckage of his Hughes chopper. But for the family of Clark's co-pilot, Easter takes on a new meaning.
It's a miracle. It's an absolute miracle.
Greg Doster woke up Easter morning at about 4 in the morning and just knew where we were. Took off from the Nampa Airport, where I had taken off from, and flew 6 minutes flat straight to us. You can't help but wonder how come I crashed on Good Friday and was rescued by a miracle on Easter morning. I think God was trying to make a point, a very serious point, about redemption, about salvation. And I would challenge anybody that doesn't believe in miracles to explain what happened to me. You can't. As you know, some people talk about the age of miracles is over. You know, that was back then. As if God has changed. Yeah, he hasn't changed. He still performs miracles all the time. And I'm living proof.